oh, oh. Coming through, 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 coming through. I turned my 454 to a 505. Blah, blah. I'm live. Your shit off the frame, but don't even drive. Because of your pride, you should've bought you a Benz. All that money on your motor with them cheap rims. 20K on the day.
Hold on.
Hey man, this is new, man. But I'm about to come on here with straight, energy and allowing God to lead me. You feel me? But hey man, my name J-Dub the Barber. That's what everybody know me as. But I'm learning more and more that I'm more than just a barber, fam. Like, this is something new, but I know as we continue to keep doing this, man, we're gonna definitely elevate and grow from this where we at right now. So yeah, man.
Yup. Hey, what's up? You know me. Y'all know me as Mr. Savage, but on Instagram. But it's Tony. Like I said, man, very big car enthusiast, social media enthusiast. I'll leave both of our social medias right up here real quick. Right up there real quick. Like I said, this is the podcast we finna start doing, bro. It's just about daily life topics that, people come in hand or think about that really don't speak on, people that really don't speak on it too much and everything.
Yeah.
But, like I said, we're going to probably make this a weekly thing or just however we do it, honestly,
I want to make it where it's so frequent to where it becomes natural. You feel me? This conversation has been brought up in my head, but I was speaking on today just about how having that right inner circle can either make you or break you. I always would hear my mom say, my mom would say this: if you hang around with six dummies, you're gonna be the seventh. Growing up, I used to be like, hell no, I ain't about to be the seventh. You got me twisted, mama. But I understand it deeper as I go through this life transitioning to the new version of me. So,
hey, you know what? It's a podcast and everything. We're going to talk about like real life situations, real life thoughts and everything. You know what? I got the first question real quick. All right. So, do y'all believe basically you're the sum of the 5 people you hang out with the most? Is that true? Do you want to elaborate on that a little bit, or what you feeling?
I think, true enough, you will become or at least pick up habits that individual does. It can just be the way he maybe joke around.
Yeah.
Or, maybe some of the things y'all can say and y'all relate to or something. Or the conversations.
Yeah.
Even with me and bro, how this even came along, it started with, of course, me cutting hair. I have so many conversations that's very valuable, very motivational, very inspirational. Hell, can give you some game that you need to do next.
Yup. And I'm about to speak on that for real.
So yeah, man, and this, I always would hear, whatever you think it, you can basically do it. I always speak on being a podcast and being a motivational speaker, if that's the case, or just being inspirational. And now that I've been climbing up this hill, bro, I've been working out at this, it's a spot in Oklahoma called Scissortail Park. I've been getting there about 9:30 every day. And climbing up this hill, each time, it's the same hill, but it's a different experience.
Every day, bro. Every day, I'm telling you. And like I said, to elaborate on the topic, when I asked basically if you hang out with 5 people, the people you hang out with the most, just the 5 people, but basically just come up with your head, like who you think you hang out with most out of the 5 people and everything. Will you be a sum of them? I truly believe yes. If you're around a lot of people that smoke weed, do drugs, this and that, eventually you might get encrypted into the habit of doing that. If you're around people that, all right, we got to set a goal, this one we going to set it, you're going to start adapting to that. That's just like with any situation, bro. Any situation you can, possibly imagine and everything. And like I said, I get my hair cut by Jada right here. And last time, I got a cut, me and him was talking about some real life shit, bro. Whether it's like, about relationship, a lot of, male topics that people don't like to talk about, or not people, but males wise, it just, the overall of everything, honestly. And then I think, like I said, me and him came with an understanding of, like, when we was talking about, the males, and nowadays, like in this generation, 2023, of course, what females expect from men and what males expect from a female wise. And shit's a lot different than like it used to be in the 90s. I'm sure y'all know that. Y'all know that, bro.
Yeah, man. And even just that subject, man, I ain't gonna get too deep in that because this gonna be another podcast. But in reality, I'll touch a little bit on it. It's just I've noticed it's certain things that each sexes want out of that man or that woman, but they don't even understand that it starts with yourself. You know, it just don't add up. You can't be a broke individual thinking you're gonna ride in a Benz.
Yep, exactly, exactly, 100%.
So yeah, man, but 100%. Yeah, man. I guess go ahead.
And the crazy thing is, bro, I don't know how we got into this topic today. He was cutting my hair, bro, but the topic was, and I'm sure a lot of y'all relate to this, if not like damn near every person that might be watching this, is, a lot of people in this day and age go out looking for love, whether it's Tinder, the clubs, bro, whether it's, going out and hollering to every girl they talk to, but like, have you took the time to invest in yourself on what you do, how you feel, what your personality is, and what goals you want to achieve?
The subject of this thing gonna be called Invest in Yourself.
Podcast. Yup. It sure is, bro. You know what?
Invest in yourself. Okay.
Yep. But like he was telling me, bro, like you need to start investing in yourself before you go look for somebody. Let that stuff find you, honestly. Eventually it's gonna come, bro.
Okay.
Whatever's made for you. Like I said, we might have Christians on here, we might have other religions or whatever, but all across the board, if it feels meant for you, it's gonna come to you, basically.
For sure.
And the right day and time. And that's just how it is.
I think that we never got taught, first off, how to invest in yourself. Like, it was always, especially when a lot of this day and age, when we became and got hooked on electronics.
Yep.
So back then, I ain't know this old individual, but I didn't grow up where it was cell phones. Like, hold on, I want to say that right. I didn't grow up thinking, I didn't grow up, I grew up where cell phones, in a game, you can have a game system, but you was wanting to be outside more than than on the game.
Yep, exactly.
I think it wasn't as, like I said, systematic now. And nowadays, I think the more and more electronics come out, different shows, it's all taking us away from who this individual truly is. Like, a lot of us don't look at that person fully in the mirror daily, or even just hear how he sounds.
Exactly. And to elaborate on the topic, he was saying, about the electronics, this and that. Like I said, as in the future or times doing everything, yeah, electronics going to start more popular and everything. But a lot of people live on their phones, and it's not a bad thing to be on your phone to snap. But what I'm saying is, don't live out your means and everything. A lot of people try to compare themselves to other people on social media to snap, and it brings them depression. Trust me, I done been there. Bro. Everybody has to learn that lesson, bro. Like I said, at this day and age, it's a little bit more complicated for this generation wise. But
to touch back on, like I said, the topic of just investing in yourself, I think it just slowly starts with as small as committing to yourself, of doing something. So if you say, I'm gonna wake up at 6 a.m., you're telling yourself that. So when you don't do that, some people, they just act like when you don't do something that you tell yourself, that it really just numb to them. You don't feel nothing.
Yep.
But when you get to a place to where you hold yourself accountable.
Yep.
And that's a whole nother, like, I've learned a lot about how much we all need accountability. And that comes around to the 5 friends if you had.
Yep.
Would you rather want 5 friends that gonna boost you up, gonna tell you you're doing good, but don't never tell you where you need to improve in?
Yep, exactly.
That's gonna lie to you? Or would you rather have 5 friends that all of them gonna keep it real, gonna always acknowledge what you're doing, but also hold you accountable for what you're doing?
And that's a good question. Like, if put in the comments on how y'all feel about that certain subject. And like I said, mental health is everything. Some of y'all need to start checking on yourself as much y'all do. Much y'all check Instagram. Let's just be honest about it. Like, check on yourself as much as you check Instagram.
I love it.
Like I said, a lot of depression and everything comes from, basically, you can't destroy energy, right? You can only convert it to good or bad energy wise.
Facts.
Don't keep that energy stagnant and learn how to turn, that negative situation into a positive situation. Like I said, if you alive, well, and watching this and everything, on the phone, be happy about it, honestly, because, you get to view it, or you get to view whatever video you want to, honestly. Like, just look at that in a positive light, and like I said, it'll relieve a lot of stress in your life, honestly.
I want to even give 3 things that I feel like slowly starts and helps somebody be able to invest in themselves in some shape or form. I would tell a person, wake up earlier and be with yourself at least an hour out the day before you give everybody in the world your energy. That's just one.
Exactly.
That would be the number 1. 2, watch what the hell you putting in your body, because you are what you eat. You wondering why you depressed. You wonder why you listen. All that shit becomes on what you not only listening and consuming.
Yep.
Like listening to what you listening to, what your eyes are seeing, and once again, what you eating as well. So eating, seeing, and hearing.
Yep. And like a lot of y'all need to take this in perspective when I say this, but a lot of today's music will determine on what moods you might be feeling. You could feel the greatest on earth, but let you listen to like a Rod Wave album, you're gonna start reminiscing. Not no diss on Rod Wave, but I'm
That's
like,
my God.
you feel me? Like a lot of music determines on how you might feel throughout the day. If you wake up and you play a song, basically, whether it's sad or happy, you play a happy song, you're more likely to be happy during a certain period of the day. Now, if you wake up and listen to a sad song, that's just gonna, interfere with the judgment, and you might feel sad for the rest of the day, or, some of the day, honestly. So it's little stuff that you can do that you don't even notice to help you feel better throughout the day. Like I said, the number 1 thing, I seen it somewhere, bro, and I've always held this dearly to my heart is, it's several challenges and steps throughout the day, but the best one you can do is as soon as you wake up, it's the easiest challenge, but sometimes it's harder for most people. I don't know why. It's a psychology thing is make your bed, honestly. And like I said, like that's the first challenge right there. I know it might not make sense right now, but just try it.
As you
tomorrow,
keep going.
Yep. And a lot of people that live alone, like myself and everything, sometimes I get lazy. Like, all right, get up and put on my clothes. Let's dodge, do whatever.
Yeah.
But making that bed is
it's key.
Yep, it's key, honestly.
That small win. The number 1 thing is really just calculating the small wins.
Yup, exactly. And the other reason I said about the bed is, it's not because the immediate feeling you might have, basically, when you make your bed, it's not like, oh, I'm happy I made the bed look so good. But whenever you get done with that tired, crazy day, or whatever you might be having, honestly, when you get home, like, look at your room,
you
it's
see
clean.
that made bed?
Try it, bro. If y'all think I'm lying, bro, Just try it, bro. It's small stuff you can do out throughout the day. Now, if you go back to the crib, taking off your clothes, getting off of work and this and that,
Yeah, but
and you see a dirty ass bed and this and that, it's gonna make you feel some type of way. Nobody likes walking into a dirty house after a long day.
And honestly, I just started learning this year, for real. Not even. Let me rephrase that. I knew it, but I wasn't applying it. And as I kept listening to certain podcasts, and it just was like, that makes sense. Yep. But when you actually do the small things as small as making your bed, making sure your house clean, making sure your car clean, that's a characteristic.
Yep.
That makes a person think of you in a way.
Yep, exactly.
Like, just imagine going to a damn restaurant, that motherfucker dirty. Just dirty.
How you gonna feel?
You gonna go in there like, man, I don't know if I...
Hey, my bad. I'm gonna exclude one restaurant, and that's Waffle House. Cause if you walk in that motherfucker and it's dirty, your food finna be A1. Yeah. But that's it. That's the only restaurant. But yeah, like I was back to the point, like you were saying, like it's the little stuff in life that can make a big ass impact, and it just is what it is. Honestly, you gotta work on, yourself, and yourself starts with just the little things, honestly, and which is gonna evolve to the big things.
Third one, I want to say the last one.
I'll just finna get deep. Well,
right. This right here.
Put out a composition book.
Listen, this book right here. When I tell you this is my life, this is more valuable than anything I got. You know why? Because this is me speaking to me. Daily. Speaking to me, bruh. Mm-hmm. Whatever come to my mind, speaking to God. Like, I call it brain dumping, taking 5 minutes out the day.
Yep, just 5, bro.
Wake up in the morning. I like to do it in the morning because your brain is the most effective in the morning.
Exactly.
So, I ain't gonna go around it with y'all. I slack sometimes, but I make sure I write in it at the end of the day. And I put the date, and then I put, just the date, and then I used to put the time. See right here, I put the time.
Yep. Time right there.
6:19, 9:33.
Yep.
But I'm telling y'all, writing to yourself. So what did I say? I said, writing to yourself, waking up early, giving 1 hour to yourself, and then watching what you eat.
Yep. Exactly. And let me tell you something that stuck with me ever since. Hey, this man right here said it, bro. He was like, it stuck with me big time. There's some stuff that he don't even know that impacted my life like that. Whenever he told me we was in the chair, come right here, he was like, at least, start off with, try to spend at least 30 minutes of your time a day basically perfecting your craft, whatever it may be. It could be anything on this planet. Why? Spend that time basically, and eventually it's gonna grow and grow and grow. Cause nothing is gonna grow unless you put an effort to it. Honestly, like if you got a plant outside, and honestly, you don't water that plant every day like you're supposed to, of course it's gonna start dying. But what happens if you start watering the plant? You might not see that effect in the same day, maybe the same week, but best believe eventually it's gonna grow in whatever you need it to grow, and that's just facts, honestly.
Yeah.
So this podcast is like about the mental health things, because a lot of mental health factors that come into play, a lot of people don't like to talk about it. Wise. Yeah. And like I said, even in this podcast, next one, the 100th one after this, it don't matter. Like I said, like we're gonna put y'all on game with life experiences wise, and like I said, we would love to see y'all inputs. Just put them in the comments, honestly. And like I said, whatever y'all want to discuss.
Yeah. About
life or whatever situation it may be, just drop it in the comments, and best believe we're gonna take the notes down.
Yeah,
and express them.
And eventually, as the time goes by, I do want to, of course, always give back, man, and just, even just allowing to being able to take the time out of y'all valuable day like ours, and be able to tune in. And I honestly, I know for sure that I was talking to myself before he even came in here, just thinking like, I want to be able to give something every single time. Like, if I can give somebody just one piece of advice or one piece of, information. Because all we lacking is information on a lot of things.
Yep.
Once you figure out the information, then you got to do it.
Yep.
My mentor, my accountability partner, pretty much, this program that I'm in as far as the barbering, I know what my problem is, what my weakness is right now. My weakness is being a doer. Now, do I do things? Do I put things in action? Yeah. But when you got a circle around the individuals that's on the same type of shit you on, but they doing shit and you like, damn, man, I need to step my shit up.
Yep.
But it's that circle again.
Yep, it's that circle again.
If you got everybody around you talking about, bro, you keep going, bro, you doing good, you doing that, that's cool. But you also need them people like, bro, what the fuck is you doing?
Exactly.
Bro, you need to step your shit up, fam.
Yep.
That's how you gonna grow.
Yep. You can't be around friends that glorify everything you do, like if it's a bad, decision, like, some friends or some place or however y'all want to take it, gotta be around, like whether you call me OG, just whatever it may be, honestly. Some people gotta say like, hey, you took this, a step wrong. Why not try this and that next time? If you don't have no friends, or if you, think somebody may be your friend, as in like, everything right, this and that, you've never heard criticism, and that's a big word, bro. That's a big word. If you never heard criticism, from your friends or whatever, or thoughts or real input, then you can't really say they're your friends, honestly. It's not always a cherry on top. You feel me? It is not, honestly. If you don't have those friends like, hey, I would have done it in this right here, I wouldn't have done it this way, next time let's try it this way. Then those are good people, honestly, like. But all the people that's like, cherry on top, like, with certain situations, y'all know I'm talking about, whether it's a vice or anything like that, then it's just hard to keep the people around in your life, because they're not being 100 with you. They're trying to help you save your feelings, honestly, to keep that friendship. But a real person, that actually want a friendship, they willing to take criticism.
They want to see you grow for real.
Exactly.
Like, man, I really thank God that I am in this program that I am in, because before I got in this program, I got a lot of individuals that that look at me in a way. You feel me? And it feels good to be able to hear reassurance on what you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also important to make sure that you invest in a lot of individuals that's gonna hold you accountable, and don't just be your family or just be your friend. And that's cool to have, but it's a must. Whatever field you in, that you have somebody that's on your ass, making sure like, hey, bro, I love what you're doing, but you need to stay consistent.
Yep.
Or I know what you're doing, bro, you gotta step it up with your camera work, fam.
Yep. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And like I said, I'm not against clubbing, this and that, but the circle our guys are right now that, I've incorporated myself with and everything, it's just like, we don't go clubbing until we accomplish something. You feel me? It just, I'm not finna go out there and drink every single weekend, get messed up, this and that, if I didn't accomplish something. If we accomplish something, all right, we agree on let's go clubbing, let's go do it, because it's not just clubbing, it's a bigger meaning. It means celebrating something. Whatever accomplishment it is, and that's the type of friends you have around you, not the type of friend every damn Saturday or Friday that pop up. You want to go clubbing, you want to go drinking, you want to get blacked out. You'll get to that point in life where it's like, all right, this is boring, but it's not gonna be boring once you hit that certain accomplishment that y'all or you as an individual that's been trying to accomplish. And that's the type of friend group that you need to have around you, and
that goes back to even just investing in yourself. Bruh, it starts with yourself.
Yeah.
You're wondering why you got all this bad shit happening. Well, mind you, things happen. But listen up. I'm speaking for myself too. Like, I have a lot of responsibility. I have a lot of extra things that at the moment I might be, I don't never really complain, but I might have on my mind. But when it comes down to just wrong company or just people that's just I don't have no negative people coming around me, bruh.
Yeah.
Like my crowd is completely different. Conversation is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
People with the people that got certain mindsets that's starting to come around me. Got money. Got certain characteristics I love.
Yep.
Like, and as you continue to stay being around that, the people that know you, when you start conversating with things that y'all used to conversate about, if they do try to bring it up, y'all not gonna be able to be compatible anymore.
Man, I feel like I need to say something real quick, bro. And that's a good topic. And let me elaborate on that a little bit more, right? So the other day I made this Facebook post is because like I want people to be more aware. So the Facebook post was basically about like, you know, if you're trying to elevate and grow this and that, but your friends are being stagnant, they don't want to grow, they want to keep in the same pattern or whatever, you need to cut them off. And a lot of people don't like me, like, you know, like doing that, not like me, but like doing that because they're like, my friend, you know, day one, this and that. The day one stuff, dude, it really does not matter to me, honestly. And I'm only saying that is because if you and your friend growing this and that, you know, next time y'all meet up, y'all can have a conversation of, you know, what you did, this and that. But just say if I got a friend out there, you know, no, let me put this in better perspective. Just say if, you know, he's doing his thing, growing, staying on top of things, this and that, and I start falling behind, I don't start caring about anything. Yeah, I may need a jump start, or if I don't take that jump start or whatever, and he's still doing it, and I'm just being stagnant across the whole situation. When me and him interact, what do we have to interact about? We don't connect. It's hard saying this, but like I said, it's not no cherry on the top situation anymore. It's about real life.
It ain't even gonna feel forced.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel natural.
Yep.
And you gonna be able to be so aware of it to where you gonna see through the bullshit.
Yep.
Like that's where I started knowing I was changing, and the people that was around me couldn't be around me no more.
Yep.
All the way down to the women. Like,
yep.
Hey, I keep it G, and I'm gonna keep it all the way 100.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
My bad. This topic right here is just a lot of stuff to say on because I'm gonna start speaking from life experiences, right? So I'm not gonna, you know, name drop anybody because, you know, this could be anybody else, but this is real life experience on what I had, you know, going on. Like I say, it's crazy to say this, but I'm gonna just say it, you know, for y'all. Honestly, you know, there's a couple friends I've had in my lifetime, you know, day ones or whether it be, you know, people I met and had a really good relationship to. You know, I would give them advice. And by the way, when I say this, I'm not saying I'm perfect or whatever, but I'm just talking about certain situations. You know, give them advice, this and that, I want to see them on top. But it's like they keep doing the same thing over and over again. Like, I have the decency respect that, you know, to say, like, you know, this is not going to work out or whatever. Like, you know, I'm on this elevation, you might be on this with your life, but it's not correlating anymore. And, like, you got to know when enough is enough, basically, of when to cut certain people off, even whether it's your best friend or whatever, you know, friend since childhood, this and that. Like, you know, you may try to put them on game and this and that, but it's like if they're not listening, what else can you do? That's where the term came from of you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink the water. And that's just that, honestly. You know, if that horse don't want to drink the water, you lead it to water and it pass out or whatever, what else can you do? You tried your best, and that's all that matters, honestly.
That's all you could have did.
And that's how I feel about a certain situation, honestly. Like, you know, invest in your friends and everything, but if it's too much, you know, I feel like if it's not going to work out, you try, then, you know, then don't do it. I understand, like, that it might hurt, but it's for the better. It's for the better, honestly. You know, if that person want to reconnect with you, you know, later on in life, you know, y'all might have some, you know, content or whatever to discuss or whatever, then go for it. But you got to start believing in yourself, checking in on yourself, and doing what's best for yourself. That's not meaning be selfish, but it just looking out for you, honestly. Because at the end of the day, when you lay your head in the pillow, who else you got? And that's going to be real.
All right.
Honestly, like, And you know, like I said, that was a lot of information that we just told y'all, but you know, rewind it, take it back with a grain of salt. If y'all feel some type of way about something, leave it in the comments. If y'all agree, leave it in the comments. It's just that, like I said, this is truly, honestly, I don't even think I'm really gonna edit this video like that because I just want it to be raw footage. I might edit, you know, certain pictures and stuff in here, but I just want it to be raw footage of, you know, unscripted, everything about some real life stuff.
Yeah, man, this is the first, you know, I've done like somewhat like a podcast. I mean, it wasn't even a podcast, it was really just a video of me just committing myself to do a video with me. But we're gonna continue to keep these going, man. Like you said, man, pretty much broke down all the things as far as comments and, you know, got questions or whatever. So, hey, man.
And hey, one more thing before we go. Like I said, this video is gonna be hardly edited. I'm not gonna cut nothing out. The only thing that's gonna be edited is our social medias, our platform. You know, he's a barber, you know, person, but he does a lot more. Y'all learn about it. I'll leave all his information in the bio or either up there. And then, you know, y'all know me for the car scene, and you know, this the influential impact I have on social media and everything. But you know, y'all see that. But like I said, I don't want to edit none of this out because y'all gonna see the real and everything. It's easy to have a conversation about this. It's not easy to talk about it, but it's easy to have a conversation about it, and that's what I want y'all to learn. Honestly, you know, like I said, this is not scripted or anything. It just is what it is. Honestly, this is our second time doing this video because the first one just deleted for some reason.
I don't know, boy. My eyes and got like sleep almost, but we gotta make it happen, man. Let's be great.
Hey, y'all, stay up, y'all.